No matter how hard you try to avoid them, ethical dilemmas do occur. However they happen, you need to have a system in place to deal with them effectively. Most ethical dilemmas fall into one of two categories: situational or not so situational dilemmas. A situational dilemma is a matter of judgment, moral reasoning, and conscience. There is an inner struggle to resist temptation and rationalization. Not so situational dilemmas happen despite your best efforts to prevent them. They can cause you the most stress and anxiety. They require a decision-making model that allows you to clarify the situation and to offer constructive alternatives. Additionally, dealing with these dilemmas requires effective communication skills. Situational ethics is the type of ethics used to evaluate what you do in light of the situation rather than by moral absolutes. For the most part, situational ethics is a matter of conscience and will. Examples of situational dilemmas may include the misuse of company time or property, peer pressure, lying, conflicts of interest, following rules, codes, guidelines, or laws, and interpersonal conflicts. These are conflicts of conscience, and you can choose to do them or not. The key to dealing with them is to understand a little bit about why you succumb to temptation. If you're like most people, you usually make decisions about situational dilemmas based on what's right for you at the time of the problem. You also make ethical decisions depending on your various needs and desires. The key to working through situational dilemmas is to think about the influence these have on your ethical decisions. You have both physical needs and emotional needs that may influence you to make the wrong choice. You should be aware of those areas in your life that open you up to temptation and fortify your character and principles to stand up and say no to unethical choices or influence. Now, no matter what the situation at hand or how ambiguous it is, you have to make a choice and stick with it. But you must understand that your decisions aren't made in a vacuum. There are all kinds of variables, stakeholders, and mitigating factors that must be considered. Oftentimes, it's hard to weigh all the information, so it's helpful to have a process in place to help figure it out. For any kind of situation, your mind goes through 4 steps. First, you collect information from many sources, input. Second, you study the information, process. Third, you analyze outcomes, usually with a little time that's to analyze. And fourth, you step out and make a choice. Every time you make a decision, you set off a chain reaction. You never know how far things will go. You need to control these 4 steps and let the factors filter through your personal moral and ethical beliefs.